Okay, my name is Ibimina Arney. I work with Strong Infrastructure Investment and Management Company. I currently work as the Business Development and Government Relationship Lead. I also have under my portfolio Project Director for Power Project, Framework Power. That's an interesting one. Well, I've always been in the infrastructure space. This should be my eighth year from telecom, now power. This is my second year in power sector. I've always been in the infrastructure space. If I could remember from my previous early days in my career, I felt like a fish swimming in an ocean, because there are not a lot of information that gives you direction as to how to handle infrastructure projects. There are not a lot of information. Sometimes you have to dive into the ocean. You either learn how to swim or you drown. That's one of my key interests when I came across DFI, the portfolio. It's quite interesting, and I was looking forward to the classes even before the class live section started. I'd already started going through the course, the program, what it entails. It was quite interesting, and I would really give kudos to the management for coming up with this idea. It's indeed a daring one, yet a commendable one. So, just like I said earlier, I'm new in the power infrastructure space. Like I said, I made a lot of mistakes in the telecom space. I had to figure and navigate my way out, but I don't want that to be my experience in the power sector. As you know that there are lots of information out there, especially for the power section and even that for the telecom section, but there's not a structured approach. It's the structured approach that the DFID program brings that made me interested, and I was looking forward to it. Yeah, the course content, yes, but I wished we had the live sections. We had much more time. I know Mr. Femi mentioned in the course of the classes that originally, if you want to sit down and actually go through the program, it will take you minimum of 6 months to. But I wish we had more time for the live section, because it felt a bit rushed, and because there were lots of information, lots of content to go through. We did not have, but over that, it was a good one. I mean, the recorded, the LMS portal, the live recordings was there to guide, and that's also a number of content to go through. Well, I would say yes, it met my expectation, but I would have preferred more time. Overall, if I'm to rate it, I think I'll rate it an 80. The group, the live classes, that they were quite interactive, and it didn't feel like the normal online program. They were quite interactive. Then the groups, my group was really active, and I remember one of the assignments we had, we were on the call till like 12 a.m. just to close out. It takes some level of dedication and interest for you to stay on it after a long day of work. And I remember that day I had a very long day. It was supposed to be an hour or two call, but we kept discussing, analyzing why we should go with this. So it was a good experience, especially when you are working and you're also trying to upskill. I'm trying to find the perfect word to like describe the role. Give much commitment to something especially when you don't have to. I mean, nobody's watching, but it showed something that made me excited, even to my team members also. So it was good. The experience was great. Oosh. Okay. Like I said, I'm in the power infrastructure space. One of the, I mean, a lot of content. There are a lot of courses and models that we went through that I'm still having to go back to and listen and make reference to. One of the things that stood out for me was the financial model. I don't know like it, but I believe from the courses and the models I've gone through, I can interpret financial model. And I'm actually looking towards paying more attention to it and even doing a full course on that moving forward. So I think the courses and the model opened my eyes to it. Another is the PPA. I still am working on a PPA draft, and the insight I got from the models gave me an idea on how to structure the PPA from the seller's perspective, and also our ESIA. That's also another aspect, like ensuring that our own ESI is done in alignment to IFC standards. So I would say it's quite instrumental as to what I'm currently doing now, and it's more like a real-time experience that I have to implement on the go, on the job immediately. I don't have to wait for another 6 months to use it. I can say, okay, this is what we talked about. I can even go back to my notes and say, okay, what is the framework we're looking at here? I have another project that is also not in the current country that I'm also working on. That has also given me insight on how to structure that, especially at the stage where we are in on the project, which is like trying to achieve financial close. So I really commend the DFID team for this. It's an innovative idea and a well thought out one. Well done. Thank you. Absolutely. We don't need to say that. I mean, I've had a lot of there are a lot of courses, especially upskilling courses for professionals, that feels like let me just have certificates and let me just get it and post it on LinkedIn. But this is different. This feels like if not to exaggerate, but if I would give it, I'll take this over getting another master's degree, maybe in a field where you don't even know what you're doing there. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's well detailed, well instructive. I would prefer much more lengthier time. It might feel overburdening, but it's going to allow students to get more experience to experience the entire process. But I would absolutely recommend it to professionals.